Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with a message from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Spirit, please show me what are the most important messages that the collective needs to hear right now, moving forward in this energy. What is the most important messages? What do we got? Truth be told. So it's about being honest. Okay. You might hear a truth, you might tell a truth, you might there's something about a truth. Let's find out what this is. Or this is about being honest with ourselves. Not all that glitters is gold. This is all that glitters. Okay, so let's find out. What does this mean, spirit? Not everything that is on offer to us is what's good for us. Yep. Not for you. Like I just said, not everything that is offered to you is good for you. Okay. So let's get honest and then go the distance. All right. And then bottom of the deck, we've got fork in the road. So there is there, okay, you're standing at the precipice. This is the number 13. This is about choices and decisions. Okay. Which way you going to go? Are you going to go left? Are you going to go down the same path that you've been on? Or are you going to go right? Because if you keep going down the same road you've been on, are you happy with that road right now? Is there some changes that need to be fulfilled in that? I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be, getting honest with yourself. Why are you choosing what you're choosing? Okay. Why are you choosing what you're choosing? This is a time to really sit down and reflect on why we make the choices that we have, especially when it comes to our future. Okay. For some of you, this is about your investments. When I look at the all that glitters, this could have to do with, I have 3 masks here. Okay. We've got a mask here, we've got one here and one here. Okay. So have you been wearing a mask where you're just like, everything's okay. Everything's fine. When really deep down inside, you know that you can't even see this situation 5 minutes in front of your face. I think that strategy is in order. When I look at the chess pieces here, I feel like it's going to take strategy for you to maneuver whatever this is, because for each one of you, it's going to be something different. For some of you, it's you maneuvering out of a romantic relationship. For some of you, you're maneuvering out of a career choice, into a new career choice. Okay. And I feel like it's going to be about what is it that you're going to want to do long term. I remember, even in a relationship, I was sitting there and I was like, can I actually see this relationship in 5 years? Can I actually still see myself being a part of it? And when I really looked at it, I'm like, I'm not happy. This isn't really what I want. I'm not getting my needs met. And I'm going to go ahead and opt out, because as much as it looks good and whatever else, and it's nice to just have someone there, I'm not looking for someone to fill a space in my life. And if they are going to take up space in my life, it needs to be, two of us who are generous with one another, because I see the gold, right? And so it goes the same in a work relationship. Are you getting paid what you're owed? For a lot of people, they'll stay in a job just because it pays the bills. But at the end of the day, it's like, I remember one time, I was working at this restaurant and I knew that as soon as I got to work, I was going to get abused. I knew it. The boss was going to come after me. She always come tearing after me, but I had kids to feed. And so I would cry all the way to work, and then I'm sitting in my car and I'd wipe my tears and I'd and take a deep breath, and I'd walk in the door and I'd put on this face like everything was okay, when really deep down inside I just wanted to die. And I realized one day that it wasn't for me, but you get these opportunities to make different choices in your life. And if you keep making the same choice, you're going to keep getting the same thing. So it's time, we're being gifted an opportunity to make a different decision. Okay. And whatever that is, it's going to ask you to go the long haul. It's going to ask you, like, this will be your forever. Like, this will be something that you're going to be working on for a really long time, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a career, a home move, any one of those things. Okay. You know, let's just keep going. I want to keep going. I want to see what some of this is, okay? So what else does the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? What is the other messages that the collective needs to hear? What do we got? Lumeria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So again, like, is this, whatever it is that you're doing right now, is this your heaven on earth? Let's be honest, because it's sitting right underneath the truth be told. Are you being honest? Is this something that creates it looks euphoric, right? Look at the how beautiful this is. If think about it, if you were standing out here right now, would you want to be standing here, okay, where you are, or do you want to create that for yourself? Because this looks like the Garden of Eden. This looks like hell. And it's like, we get anxiety, right? When it's time for us to make a decision, we get major anxiety and it just sits with us and you can feel it in your stomach and you can't barely breathe. You can feel it in your chest. It's even like when you need to talk to somebody, when you want to break up with somebody, or you want to get back together with somebody, but you're too afraid of what will they say. Well, at the end of the day, I'd rather know the answer and come straight forward at whatever it is that I want than sit around and beat around the bush and, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get anywhere. You're still going to be stuck here. So once you actually verbalize and let it out, is immediately like you start feeling going, God, that wasn't so bad. Actually, it really wasn't. And now that I know the answer and I realize that, this isn't for me, and this isn't going to work out, now I can actually move forward and go, move on. So Spirit, please show me what do we got here? You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So see how he's out here? He's already on the path. So you're already doing it. Even though you may feel stuck at times, you're already on the path to this new earth that we're creating. You have to create your own heaven on earth. I think that a lot of the collective is waiting for this, Jesus to, resurface onto this earth. And we're waiting for some outside entity to come in and save us. That's not going to happen, guys. That's all within us. It's within us to create our own heaven on earth. You're like, when we wait for, Buddha, or we're waiting for God, or we're waiting for Jesus to rise, like, you're going to be waiting for a really long time. Because I haven't heard any stories where Jesus rose. Have you? Because everybody's been talking about it for years. But this is where we're at. We're asking for something outside of ourselves when it's actually, we have the power to create the life of our dreams when we're finally being honest with ourselves and when we start making new decisions, and then we can create a new path forward. But it all comes from in here. So Spirit says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. This is an overthinking card. This is over analysis paralysis. How many of you have that? Well, if I do this, it's like, it's so funny because the universe will download, right, about what we're supposed to do next. And then what happens is we sit and we overthink it, overanalyze it. And then, the moment that it comes into our head and we start to get excited about it, our ego steps in and goes, well, what about this? And what about that? And how about this? And then you'll have to do that. And then you'll have to leave this person. And then, what is this person going to think about it? And you just ruined it. You just took away all the beauty, and you created a catastrophe, which in turn is only going to get you to stand there. The only thing I would be afraid of is being in the same place as you are, the same place next year as you are right now. That's more what I'd be afraid of, instead of being afraid of what people will think or being afraid of leaving people behind. They'll come visit if you have to move. If you're really that important, they'll come visit. They'll make it a point to come and see you, or you'll make it a point to come and see them. Or we have this thing called, the internet now where we can actually have these conversations face to face. It's called FaceTime, Facebook Messenger. We have WhatsApp. So we have all these different opportunities. So at the end of the day, don't make yourself late. Because if they had the opportunity, they'd probably go, right? So some of you guys could very well be connected to Lumeria. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish that you had. Go the distance. Be the leader that you wish that you had. See, he's out here. He's all by himself. Only him and the universe. These are two different cards too, by the way. Two different decks. Okay. So they're speaking in tandem with one another. So this one is saying, stop following the crowd. They're lost. Look, she's on this path by herself. You don't see anybody. You don't see anybody telling her what to do. You don't see anybody else in this card. So if it's like, so I get people all the time who are looking for love, right? And I'm like, well, let me ask you a question. Do you even live where you want to live? I don't know. I was kind of thinking about moving. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're thinking about moving, but yet you want to collect a partner. Think about that for a second. You need to be where your partner is. If you're feeling the call to go somewhere else, it's because the two of you guys are on this path to finding one another. But if you don't go out into that cloud forest and go out to create this new heaven on earth for yourself, you may miss the boat on finding this partner. Although anything that is meant for you will never pass you by, but at the end of the day, you're going to make yourself late. So anytime that, my guides, anytime I had to move, anytime that I've had to be shifted around, I've always told myself, well, it's getting me that much closer to my divine counterpart. It's getting me that much closer to my forever, And so I'm poised to go on the journey. I'm like, okay, Spirit, where are you sending me next? Look at my YouTube videos. You guys see me in a new place all the time. You'll see me in one place, and then all of a sudden I'm in a new place, and then I'm in another new place. And I don't go, oh God, I gotta go. But I don't want to. Let me sit around and let me think about it for a while until that opportunity passes me by. Because if you're not willing to go on the journey, you're never going to meet the people that you're supposed to meet. There's a whole world waiting for you to show up and is going to be highly disappointed if you don't. So let's get honest. Let's start working on going with the flow. Let's start trusting in the divine. If the divine is taking away a job, or the divine is taking away a partnership, or the divine is saying, hey, it's time for you to move, or the divine is saying, hey, have you thought about this? It's because there is something or someone or all of the above that you are supposed to be aligning yourself with. It's a part of your mission. It's a part of your mission. And we all have a mission. And it is up to you to be on the path and to be aligned towards that mission. So, wherever you are, obviously, like me crying in the car. Oh God. Okay. And it took her firing me drunk, not remembering, and then wanting me to come back to work the next day. And I'm like, the fuck I am, in order for me to wisen up and go, this isn't my place. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Now I could have went back because again, it's what paid the bills. It's what kept the roof over mine and my kids' head. It's what kept food on the table. But at the end of the day, it's what made me miserable. And so what happened? The universe goes, hey, there's new opportunities. There's a window of new opportunities opening for you right now. Are you willing to go on the journey and step away from everything that has been not that? Because the universe will continue to create chaotic events in order for you to look the other way. Like, look at my other options. This kind of looks good. This kind of looks exciting. Actually, I kind of want to move over here. I want to decorate my house different. I want to meet these new people. I want to, be the person that I've always been able to be, but I couldn't be that person being surrounded by this group of individuals. And then the next thing you know, you're being adopted into a whole new clan of individuals. And next thing you know, you're like your most authentic self. And you're not having to wear these masks and pretending to be something that you're not in order to fit into a fucking crowd that would end up fucking turning their back on you and probably already has more times than plenty. But then all of a sudden you just forgave them and swept it under the rug and pretended it never happened. You got choices. Your overall energy is saying something has to die. Number 13, that's Scorpio energy. Endings, completions, finalizations. Phoenix rising energy. Choose what you have never chosen before. Because we've got Pluto entering into Aquarius, and I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to be a world that none of us have ever experienced. This hasn't happened in over 200 years, the last time Pluto entered into Aquarius. This is foreign to all of us. So this isn't up to your mom or your dad or your family unless you're under 18. Okay, guys, disclaimer. Then it's time for you just to start like thinking about what you'd like to do. But this isn't up to your friends. And if you're done in the relationship that you're in, then instead of waiting for another knockdown, drag out fight or waiting for them to abuse you or cheat on you, make the decision to get up and say no more. I choose something else. I yearn for a place I've never been before. I yearn for a feeling I've never felt before, but I know that that feeling is out there. And I want to figure out what that is because it's calling me and it's strong. And the only thing that is keeping me here is my thoughts. I stay stuck because of my fear, the fear of the unknown. Well, look around, guys. It's been an unknown last few years. So you should be prepared for this by now. So whatever this is, if this is you starting into a new career path, you starting into a, starting a new business, this should be exciting, even though it's scary. It's exciting because somebody else isn't in charge of your paycheck anymore. They're not in charge of you giving yourself a raise. We are born alone. We will die alone. We are on this path alone at the end of the day. So it is up to you on how you decide you want to play with this. But if you want to stay stuck in fear, oh, I can't be in a relationship because I don't have this. I don't have enough money. So I'm going to hold back because I don't have enough to share. Listen, we always have enough to share. I'm going to hold myself back because, I'm scared. Well, you're always going to be held back and you're going to be in the same position that you've always been. And while everybody else is out there living their life and you're sitting here watching it from afar, save this video, come back and watch it a few times because this is a powerful reading and this can be in any area of your life and it can be in all areas of your life. Maybe it's just time for you to say, you know what? I'm ready for something new and then forge full speed ahead and go the distance. Don't let anything get in your fucking way. Anyway, you guys, I love you all so much. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information is in the description box down below. Like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under The Footsteps to Peace. You guys, I love you all so much, and we will chat again soon. Take care.